Welcome, and welcome to the Heatcast with myself, Seán Ryan. Joined with me on the show is one of Donegal's space aliens, I might say. It's Mike the Martian. How are you getting on, my man?
Yeah, good, man.
I asked this, like, obviously it's a bit of a weird name to pick, Mike the Martian. Like, are you big into space? Are you big into planets and stuff like that, or why did you pick kind of that alien-esque kind of name?
Yeah, no, like my whole life, like I've been obsessed with like space and the unknown. Whenever I was a kid, my mom painted my room like as space, and I had like glow in the dark stars and shit like that attached to it, so it was really cool. And then I got really into conspiracy theories and stuff like that for a while. So like I was watching like Ancient Aliens. I think I watched every episode of it, and then unsealed alien files, things like that. There, just anything I could find out about aliens. So I just wanted to like represent that side of me in a way with the music side of me also. So I think that was like a name that suited me.
Yeah, no, definitely with the two M's like Mike and Martian like together, is a great name to have. But it's also kind of gives you like from even your explanation of space and stuff like that, like it also kind of like your music is very kind of, as I was saying before the show, emo-esque, and like it
Yeah.
kind of like space is a very dark, place, I suppose I might say, and it just brings a different light into, or kind of shines a bit of a light into who you are as well, and it's a great connection, really. Um, as I was looking through your bio and stuff like that on your social media and all that jazz, you started off in music and stuff like that in 2015, I think it was, with the
Yeah.
and then you won the Irish Youth Music, or you didn't win, but you got into the finals with the Irish Youth Music Awards.
Yeah. My one of my songs won one of the one of my songs won best song, and then the finalists did like a rendition of my song then for the finals.
That's pretty cool. Like, I mean, there's not many people that I know of that have, gotten to that stage, gotten to a finals and stuff like that, and almost grasped the glory. And obviously, like, a question I'd love to ask as well is like, how did you kind of transition to rap as such? Because I know that you kind of have more of a metal background. Kind of your mom was interested in a lot of music and stuff like that. What got you into rap instead of going down that metal round?
Well, I did do metal. Like I was in metal bands and stuff, but like my godmother, whenever we were kids, she would take us on like trips to like I don't know, just for drives, and we would normally listen to like Eminem or Tupac or Biggie or Wu-Tang Clan or whatever, and like we just kind of jammed out to that, and then I kind of like got attached to that music, and I would just listen to it all the time. So I always liked the rock music, but I always liked rap like as well. So I think I started writing raps properly in like 2017, but like I was writing um writing just like random raps that I just write down on a piece of paper. I've been writing them since like I don't know, 2013 or something. But yeah, I just kind of worked on it from there, and then I worked for 6 months, and I saved up to get a MacBook Pro, and then I just started like working with Logic and making tracks, and yeah.
That's where we got to today, and obviously, you've dropped an EP or an album even
Yeah.
last week, 7 days ago, and you've had some amazing features on that.
Yeah.
And one of the questions we got from Instagram was from, I won't mention any names yet, but you can probably guess who it is.
Okay.
Who is the sexiest feature, and why is it Aaron Everything?
um uh yeah, I don't know. I mean, the question speaks for itself, I guess.
I think you'll be happy with that one. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, like it's such a great album and stuff like that. But what kind of got you into like making an album? Is like, what was the thought process of trying to make this album? Because it's such a great album, I must say, and it's like it really brings out who you are.
Yeah.
Even from talking to you and stuff like that, it just brings another element. I feel like you're really, um, you know who you are, and your music portrays it to a T. So can you kind of
Yeah.
explain like what kind of got you into this album, how we were able to kind of make it, especially just like you, really?
Yeah, so the first mixtape I did, which was called Take a Trip, that was like it was like a party mixtape. Like it was kind of just like enjoying the party life and enjoying like the lifestyle. And then once I finished that one, I wanted to like take a more like introspective look on like myself and my thought patterns. So like I kind of changed the way I talk about certain things on this mixtape on Ego Death, compared to the last one. I think it's just like more for like a sign of growth and like just getting older and having more insight into life and to who I am as a person. I feel like I've learned a lot about myself in the past year or 2 years, and I just, the music speaks for itself, I guess.
No, you're dead right. I think it does speak for itself, really, because as I said, like it really portrays you. And another question we kind of got off Instagram was from Gooside. Who's some of your favorite local artists?
Everyone on the mixtape. Like I wouldn't have had them on the mixtape if I didn't like their music a lot, obviously. So yeah, everyone on the mixtape. Shmez, I really want to work with Shmez, and Dylan Jason is really good too. Yeah, yeah.
Really good. And as I could see, like from the album and stuff, I think that you did a few, like you had Aaron Everything on 2 of your tracks, but you also had Kissy K for Falling Down and then Down and Out.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, is there a correlation in between? Like, is there a correlation with those 2 tracks for the album?
I think both of them are very similar. We recorded both of them on the same day. He just came up to my house and we just worked through it. And I think definitely gonna be working with him in the future. But I think it was just where my head was at whenever we recorded those songs. I think it's just whatever came out. So it probably was. I was in the same headspace when I wrote both of them songs. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I get you. Because I was like, okay, he has the down, and I was like, oh, is there a correlation? Because both of them have the down. So I was like, is it like, because Falling Down is a lot earlier in the EP in the album. I was thinking like, okay, this is like, you know, nearly like a story in itself, those 2 tracks in a sense, just from their titles. So I was just wondering what was the kind of the thought process behind it and stuff like that. But and like obviously, how did you kind of promote this album as such? Like, did you kind of, you know, kept telling your friends, go like it, go share it, save it on Instagram, like you put on your playlist and Spotify, or what did you do? Did you just start nagging at promoters and stuff like that?
Well, like I sent it out to all my close friends, and I didn't tell them to like share it or whatever. Like I just told them that it was out, and if they wanted to listen to it and let me know what they think. And the response has been amazing. Like everyone's loved it, and everyone has like their own favorite song, which like differs a lot from person to person. So like I see Watch the Stitch come up a lot, and I see Butterflies come up a lot, but like most of the time it's like everyone has their own different like song that they really enjoy or that they really relate to, which is good. Like that's what I wrote. Like I tried to write a diverse album that can kind of grip everyone with like a certain song.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like a lot of it, like as you were kind of saying, like it resonates with different people, different tracks and stuff like that. And I think even with the group of features that you had on this, you know, as I mentioned, Kissy K, Aaron Everything, Gooside, Bob Worlds, Javin, and Khalifa Dreads, like they're just great acts to have on this EP. I think like they're just like spot on, and they work so well. You're kind of like you've a big music rep and stuff like that, but in terms of just music in general and kind of starting off rap in 2017, but what would you kind of say to someone who's kind of just like kicking it off, get ready to go?
Invest in good recording setup. Like it doesn't have to be amazing, but like invest in like a decent recording setup, because that's going to help you in the long run. And research Like whenever you're sitting on YouTube, like the end of the day, like just scrolling or whatever, like just be looking at things that are going to push you forward. Look at things that are going to tell you what you want to know, what you need to know to get your music to that extra level. I would say get used to, or like get to know the people in your scene locally, because it's really great to have like a community, or a community feeling where like everyone's kind of looking out for each other. And yeah, I would say just keep grinding as well. Like you got to put in the work too.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like a lot of different, like I've asked this to a lot of different people and they've all had different kind of ideas of what you should do. Should you just keep writing, keep doing the same stuff, branching out, kind of marketing and stuff like that seems to be like a key aspect now, especially with COVID, that you can't really
Yeah.
go outside and stuff like that. It's all social media related. So like there's always different perspectives on what to do right now, but it's always good to get that advice. Do you like, rap has always had kind of, was built on kind of beef and stuff like that. You go back to the 1970s and stuff like that. But do you believe that like in this day and age that beef is a good thing to have that keeps the flow of energy in rap? Or is it like it shouldn't be there at all?
I think a bit of beef's all right. Like, I mean, it definitely attracts people to your stuff. If that's the way you want to market yourself, then like I'm not going to stop them, like anyone from doing that. But like, I personally wouldn't just like do a song calling out a certain person. Like, I don't see how it would benefit me or anyone. So, yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Fair enough.
Personally.
And obviously, like, there's been some amazing heat in this album as well. But do you make your own beats yourself, or do you outsource them? Do you get YouTube beats, or what way do you do it?
Well, I get them off like BeatStars normally, but I do make my own beats. I make like trap beats and I make lo-fi beats, for anyone interested. But I don't rap on them myself because I don't really do lo-fi and I don't really do like straight trap. I more just like branch out into subgenres. So like they're just not for me. Like I'd rather just like write for other people, make beats for other people. But yeah, I do make them.
Yeah, okay. For anyone looking for beats anyway, they know who to call. Like, you were mentioned before the show, obviously before COVID kind of hit and stuff like that, that you'd perform on stage and stuff like that. Do you find it hard to kind of get yourself onto the stage and get the crowd going?
Well, I used to just I wouldn't recommend anyone to do it. I used to just get drunk and go on stage and see how that would go like. But now I kind of like, I want to take it seriously whenever everything starts opening up again. Like I want to be sober going on stage. Like I have a lot of fun on stage. Like if you're drinking a bottle of Buckfast and screaming your heart out, like it's always going to be a good time. But I think for the quality of the show, sober mind is more important.
Yeah, because I've interviewed a few people already on the show and stuff like that, and they've all had different aspects on it. Like, some are just eager to go, ready to go. Let's get on the stage. I'm ready. Other people are like exactly like yourself in terms of where they started. It's like I need to have a pint or two before I get on because the nerves get to me, like the butterflies in the stomach and stuff like that. So it's amazing how just different people take different approaches to the stage and getting people going. What do you think is missing in the Irish scene for rap right now?
Venues and PR and labels, like proper official record labels. They're probably like the main things that could like be expanded on, definitely, in Ireland.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I know that like there are a few places out there already, or like people who are doing it, but there's no kind of big name that people are like, yeah, this is the best one for PR. So I would agree with you on that aspect and stuff like that. In terms of venues, obviously with COVID, there's no venues at the moment. But I would agree with you that a lot of them we don't really have venues like dedicated to either rap or like, you know, made it kind of a more of a thing really in some pubs and clubs and stuff like that. So I would agree with you on those points. And it would be interesting to see it because it is a growing scene and stuff like that. Besides yourself, and obviously you've released this album and stuff like that, but besides yourself, who's gonna deliver heat in 21?
Bob Worlds. Bob Worlds is working on an EP. Jambi's working on a mixtape. And Khalifa's releasing something soon as well. And Aaron Everything is releasing throughout the entire year, as far as I'm aware. So I'm sure all of them are going to be doing a great job.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, and I'm hoping now that you didn't like spill the beans on all these albums that they haven't said anything about yet. Like, but sure look, they love it in the end. Like, they love the publicity.
Yeah.
But you know, I like, and this, as I said, like, this album is so good and stuff like that. Like, but where's the next step up for you? Like, what is the aim for 21 that you want to get done this year that like you didn't get done last year? You know, making that step up that stairs, I might say.
Yeah. Well, I'm releasing an EP next month. Hopefully next month. Probably towards the end of it. But it's nearly finished now. I just have to like send everything to be mixed and mastered and stuff like, and get like, I think I need to get one feature back as well, and then I'm able to release it then after all that. But after that, I'm planning on doing another mixtape. But the next mixtape's probably going to be different. It's probably going to be like a very different take on like the previous ones. But we'll see what happens. I have a lot of demos done up anyway, so I have a few ideas on where I'm going.
Yeah. And like, obviously everyone at home hearing that there's going to be another EP next week or next month is going to ask like, who's going to be on it? Like, who's going to be on it?
I have Bob Worlds on it, and I have Kaiser, and I have a rapper from Nashville, Young Gibby. He's going to be on it, and he's really sick. Like, I love the song so much. It's called Colorblind, and it's coming out. That's probably going to be like the first single or maybe the second single from it. So that'll probably be out before the EP drops. So look out for that.
I'm already hyped for it. Like, we're only like a couple of days into March, but I'm already hyped for seeing what comes next, and I'll be raring my ears to be waiting patiently for this next EP, because I feel like I just got spoiled. Do you know what I mean? Christmas morning, you know, knowing that Santi's going to be coming down the chimney on the 25th of December. Jeez, where did I hear? But you know, it's just a big surprise. Did you find it hard to make music or come up with ideas during COVID?
For a while I did. Like, I went through a creative block for like a couple of months where like every time I was writing something I just wasn't happy with it. Like, I just knew I could do better. So it just took me a while to kind of get back to where I wanted to be. But I think that was like just whenever the second lockdown kind of hit, I was just like at a slump because I like overworked. I like wrote too many songs and I just couldn't think of anything else to write. So I had to take like a mental break. But luckily now I haven't had like a drought of thoughts or ideas for since then. So I've just been writing and recording and just getting as much as I can done. And then like I normally work with like a draft of a song, and then I'll leave it to the side, and then I'll go to the next one and I'll do a draft of it, and then I'll go to the next one. I just my workflow is really messy. But like the end product is always a lot better because of that, because I can just go in and fine tune everything after.
Yeah, like that's an interesting way to do it, I suppose. Like, a lot of people that I have interviewed, such as Craic Boi Mental, one of the Cork's finest, he has a total different approach. He just like, he gets a hook and then he's able to write the rest of it himself. Like, he's no bother. He produces everything himself. So it's always cool to see different ideas and stuff like that and how they're kind of made. Is there anything you'd like to plug? Obviously you have this album that's about ego death. You got to check it out if you're listening and watching. But is there anything else you want to kind of say to people that like get them hyped up, get ready to see Mike the Martian?
Yeah, I have a bunch of visualizers planned. I'm going to do a lot of visuals for the mixtape. and I have an EP coming out next month. 99% sure it'll come out next month. And it's called Bloomin', and it has a lot of really great artists on it as well. And then in the future, I'll hopefully have another mixtape out by September. And yeah, I'm just going to keep the ball rolling.
You're going to be a very, very busy man. Like I can tell, like there's big prospects for you this year, and I can't wait. I really can't wait. And I know that you're absolutely going to kill it. I know you're going to kill it. So,
Only thing I know.
Dead right. It's the only thing you need to know. We're going to wrap it up here on the Heatcast for everyone watching on YouTube and everyone listening on Spotify. Make sure to follow us on Instagram. And also, if you'd like to support the show, donate to our Patreon. Link is in the description. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.
Don't feel it, man, that's outrage away. Just don't cry, I'll be with you in the morning light. Hit your window, I'll be by your side. Through the thick and the thin, this time I'm spinning nuts, but my style is exquisite. You ain't got a full clip, loaded bitches too big. Quickest gun in the northwest, what you think about losing your head, bitch, I'm pressed to the fucking